The cells are fleeing in panic. Urine turns red with the corpses of red blood cells. Even the commander inside the body has lost hope. What on earth is happening? One day, Jack, a red blood cell, was out delivering oxygen, but he noticed the blood vessels were clogged with sticky mucus. This gunk was waste caused by dehydration. Jack slipped, fell, and got himself covered in filth, so he decided to head to the kidneys for a wash. The kidneys cleaners are called glomeruli. They filter the blood non-stop. No talking allowed. Each nephron is made of a glomerulus and its attached tubule. The waste filtered from blood becomes urine. But lately, red blood cells complained that the glomeruli weren't cleaning well enough. Oxalate levels were rising. The blood was getting thick and sticky. A vessel blockage could happen any moment. The glomeruli tried to explain, but the old grandma in charge cut them off. She only warned Jack to be careful when passing the ureter. Sure enough, as Jack walked through the ureter, he heard a strange rumble. Suddenly, a stone nearly 1 centimeter wide smashed through the wall. It was a kidney stone formed when oxalate and calcium crystallized into calcium oxalate. As urine pushed it forward, the stone tore through the ureter. Countless red blood cells fell into the wounds. The urine turned red. Doctors call this gross hematuria. The pain, so severe it's nicknamed the king of pain. Pressure inside the kidney spiked. The glomeruli trembled with fear, but the old grandma barked at them to keep working. Jack, desperate, decided to push the stone down toward the urethra. If he could move it, maybe the kidney's agony would ease. Meanwhile, command received news. The stone had been spotted. A tube was inserted through the urethra into the bladder. It bypassed the valves that normally prevent backflow. Then it reached the stone. A laser fired, blasting the rock into fragments. This was laser lithotripsy. Soon, platelets and white blood cells rushed in. The platelets patched up the damage. The white blood cells gathered for battle, because bacteria had hitched a right up the tube. Normally, the body's anti-reflux valves kept invaders out, but once the ureter was breached, infection could spread. If the bacteria reached the renal pelvis, it could trigger acute pyelonephritis, and if untreated, bacteria could invade the blood, causing deadly sepsis. White blood cells lay in wait, ready to fight, but they were exhausted, still recovering from a previous battle with gonorrhea. The kidneys were destined to fall. The commander prepared for the worst, to sacrifice one kidney, a terrible price. White blood cells poured into the urine, forming pus. The urine turned cloudy and white. Jack rushed back to the kidney, urging everyone to flee, but the old grandma refused. Suddenly, a bacterium charged forward. She shielded a glomerulus with her body. Gravely wounded, she whispered her last words, "Keep working." At birth, humans have about 2 million glomeruli. They don't regenerate. Once damaged, they're gone for good. If they stop working, toxins will choke the body. Just then, a new force stormed in. One strike, and the bacteria were destroyed. It was a fluoroquinolone antibiotic. It stops bacterial DNA from replicating. It saves lives. So, will you take care of your body? For the sake of these tiny warriors.